Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on another team from the ACC, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Bulls will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The Bulls offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Might as well give it to him again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
They move the tight end all over. The give to the single back.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Brown will throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
They'll line up for a second down play. They'll go to the ground, running with power. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. It is good! And and that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early. Playing at home, they want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So SMU's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on it.
Difficulty is too high for.
It ain't going to be your speed.
He's dropped
I
behind the
promise
line
it
of
is.
scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown Bulls. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Louisville opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense
I
of
don't know.
urgency.
You're going to have to see. Who you think?
Into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Catch in the middle, it's Carroll. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. The inside handoff. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. 2nd down coming up.
I'm crying.
Looking to pass. It's Jennings. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete.
I forgot Eli playing this year. I mean, not Eli, but the Manning.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing.
Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch.
Wow.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Line gets set, first down. It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Offense is going draw. The back tries to bounce it to the outside. But look at all the defenders on that play, how they were able to shed their blocks and run. They were able to get hats to the football and force a tackle for loss.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. No good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll leave it with him. Discards a man. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Right back to him on the ground. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. And the Bulls are in the hurry up. Brown wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. Quarterback adapting. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Bulls have this offense rolling.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. You can't just do it conventionally, handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. On second down, looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Livingston. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. If they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
The Bulls trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Brown will throw it. Dances away to buy time. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Play number 11 on this drive. The defense has yielded ground, but they're trying to get a stop on 3rd and goal. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
The give out of the gun. On the move at the 30. When he breaks into the open. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the 1st down.
Going up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Staley. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Give to the running back. At the 40, there he goes. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The give to the right. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, that play right there shows me the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back was. He got it out to him quick, and as a result, he avoided the negative play inside.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. Timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
The Bulls will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, South Florida. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Clark. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play, clock running. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now facing a third and long. He leaves it with his back. Got room at the 35. And he's running in the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. What a disappointment. No good. Boy, that field goal really could have helped the mental health, but it's still a 13-point game. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
And the Bulls will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Carroll. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll go right back to him. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill. making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Firing to the right, complete. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Mustangs moving quickly to the line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Quickly complete. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to run it. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's looking to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Makes his connection. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He wants it all. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term flying down the right side. The 50. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Bulls. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Kansas State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in the Little Apple. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been those K-State fans who will enjoy this win. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
They're going to test the right side with this one. And he's still, look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a third down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Shoots it to the left. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Brown wants to pass. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. The Bulls are on the move. He's looking to throw it. He's right on target. Oh, what a move to get open. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kelly. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown USF! And the stomping has commenced. As they push that. Really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the point after is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
South Florida, 34, SMU.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Jennings. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They're trying to get to it. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown Bulls! And the route is on. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Hit and slides after the short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. To the air, it's Jennings. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Looking to scramble. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Brown will throw it. He's got his man. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And a good...
Got to see what my boy is looking like. Who need to scope?
Before the defense cuts him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Powers through the defender. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Moving out of the pocket. Pulls it in. It's Staley. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Pressure coming. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. They'll immediately call timeout.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Grabs it in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. Out of the end zone. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. First down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Pulls and fires complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. With jet sweep pass. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Man, really nice job by the defense. Understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. And the beatdown has ensued.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, it's Jennings. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some momentum in the future.
Reese, some might say you're not a one-trick pony with that reference. And obviously this was the team, the unranked team, that had the horses to get this thing done. Too much firepower, just too much explosiveness on offense, great defense. What a tremendous win.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.